Okay, so my picks are usually normally on Wednesdays. I just didn't get this up on time on Wednesday. But every Wednesday I'm going to do picks for the whatever week we're on until either the season ends or until it gets canceled due to COVID or whatever happens in the future. This is basically it's a week by week process right now for everything. So uh, we're gonna stick with this for as long as as long as the NFL is playing. So tonight in about like 5 hours or something like that from the time of this recording, 6 hours maybe. Um, there is honestly a really bad game. The Browns and the Bengals. They're hyping this up as Heisman versus Heisman, number one overall versus number one overall, and all that. Uh, I don't know who to choose for. Both are just it's not good. So I am going with the Bengals here, but I mean, if the Browns win, I'm not going to be surprised. It's these are teams that are going to be fighting for draft spots, in my opinion. So I mean, I don't care if I really get these two wrong. If it was something where it's down the line where both of them are good or something, then I'd care more about this. But then I mean, it's Baker Mayfield, and it's just had 3 interceptions last week. Joe Burrow, he played decent for his first game of the season. He played pretty decent, but we'll see what happens here. So I'm going Cincinnati, but I whatever happens happens. I might not even watch this game honestly. And then Sunday, first game on the slate that we have here is New York and Chicago. I mean, just the way the Giants played on Sunday night. Oh no, sorry, Monday. I think it was Monday. Uh, yeah, I think. I turned that game off in probably the second quarter. And then I gave the Titans game a shot and turned that off later on too because that was just a late night. Those games were just so late. The Titans game didn't get over until 1 a.m. Eastern. It was midnight my time, but I was already sleeping by then. Um, so, or maybe they were Sunday night. I don't remember. It's no, they had to be Monday because Rams and Cowboys are Sunday night. That's what it was. Okay. Yeah. But I mean Chicago narrowly escaped the Lions. Swift should have caught that for the Lions. He didn't. So I mean technically the Bears should have lost, but they didn't. But I'm going with the Bears because they're just the better team overall here compared to the Giants. Next, Atlanta heads to Dallas. Dallas's home opener. They are supposed to have fans, from what I heard. This is, I think, about the second time this season so far that we've had fans. Actually, no, sorry. Jags had fans on the Sunday. That might be it. So Kansas City on Thursday, and then Jags Sunday, and then now Dallas again on this Sunday. So I think it's the third time. There could have been another game on Sunday with fans. I don't remember. But this one, they're talking about fans coming. So, but I'm going Dallas strictly because after their performance last week, and I mean, they they didn't play the best last week, but I mean, the Atlanta got exposed too against Seattle. So I'm going Dallas at home. They're going to bounce back. Atlanta, I mean, again, just like I said last week, you flip a coin. You either get the good Atlanta team or the bad Atlanta team. You never know what you're going to get. Last week, you got the bad Atlanta team. Um, and I think this Dallas team is hungry for some wins. Is hungry for making the playoffs. So I think this is their time to start, and I think this is going to be their game. Next, Detroit comes to Green Bay. This is our home opener. Uh, this game scares me more than the Vikings, honestly, just because last year, with the flag calls, the bad flag calls, and I mean we always play down to the Lions every year. We are 5-4 since 2016 against the Lions. So we basically split. But yes, they're cornerbacks aren't that good, just like the Vikings. But again, we always play down to Detroit, and I am nervous about this game. I am still picking the Packers, but I mean, Lions led both games last season, and then Packers came back and won fair and square the second time. The first time around, I don't like those flags on Trey Flowers. I think we should have split the series with the Lions. They should have beat us in Green Bay. Detroit, that I can't really say anything about that. Packers deserve to win that. That's all I got for that game. But Detroit deserved to win that first meeting. So this is shaping up just to be like last year. So hopefully we don't have any bad calls. Thankfully it's not on Monday night. I believe it was on Monday night last year. So it was right in the spotlight of everything. Or it was Monday night or Sunday night. It was right in the spotlight of everything. So the flags made it even worse. But I do have Green Bay. But I'm more nervous about this game than I am for a Bears or a Vikings game. So, but hopefully they win. Next, Jacksonville heads to Tennessee. Tennessee, their kicker Stephen Gostkowski missed 3 in a row and then made a game winner at the end. So I don't know how much faith you put into their kicker. And then they a little rusty on really all around. They were the last team to play. And then, it's week 1. Everyone was rusty. I don't think anyone picked the Jags to win week 1. Here we are, 1-0 versus 1-0. I do have the Jags pulling it out. I just feel like somehow Minshew is going to somehow find a way to beat the Titans this time. I am going to probably have them split. I think they're probably going to split with them later down the line when they play Tennessee again. But something's telling me to trust Minshew and believe in Minshew Mania. So I am going with Jacksonville for this meeting here. Obviously, Derrick Henry could, turn on the boosters and just get going. Tannehill could, make some amazing throws. But we'll see. We'll see. So I am picking Jacksonville, but I mean, that's a game where it's a toss-up too. But I just think Jacksonville shocked a lot of people last week by showing that they weren't tanking, basically. So next, Minnesota heads to Indy. Not a lot to say here. This is Minnesota's game to win. It's Phillip Rivers. Phillip Rivers had, was it like 2 or 3 picks last week? It's just, this is not a good matchup. Minnesota's, going to win this. They're probably going to get like 3 or 4 sacks, honestly. I could see Minnesota, like, Ngakoue, probably 1 or 2, and then I forget who's on the other side is probably going to get 1 or 2. And then, that running game, Cook just, he plays good. They still got Thielen. Cousins was, kind of dotting up towards the end when, you're down, what was it, like 20 or whatever, dotting up, trying to come back. But, I mean, this is just perfect for Minnesota. They're going to come back and bounce back from a team that put up the most amount of points in week 1. The Packers put up the most amount of points in week 1, 43 points. So they're going to want, some revenge for that. So, when we go to Green Bay for that Minnesota Green Bay game later this year, that's going to be a really interesting one. Next, Buffalo heads to Miami. I'm not going to say a ton about this. Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills are going to win this. No faith in Miami at all. I know, Ryan Fitzpatrick, he has magic moments. I don't think they're going to win this. I just think, this is Bills' division. So, there's that. Next, Denver heads to San Francisco. This is just going to be one heck of a game. I do have San Francisco winning, but they have a whole bunch of injuries, just like 2 years ago. I mean, Denver can squeeze out that win. But I just think that, San Francisco has enough people that they're going to pull this out. I don't have faith in Denver's defense. Denver's offense looked, I don't want to say terrible, but they didn't look that best on Monday night. So I think, this might be closer than what people think, again, because there's so many injuries on that San Francisco team. But I still think that they're going to, come back and well, not really come back, but I still think they're going to win this game despite all those injuries because I think it's more so defensive. I think George Kittle is not practicing this week, but I think he's scheduled to um, play Sunday. So that might change. That might be a game time decision change later on. But I think it's more so defense. I think there was something about Richard Sherman being out too. I don't remember. I think there was something about that. But yeah, it's San Francisco's game to win. Next, Carolina has Tampa Bay. Carolina did not play good last week against the Raiders, so it's going to be Tampa Bay's game to win. Tom Brady's going to have his first win as a Buck. Next, the Washington football team heads to Arizona. Arizona's so much sleeper team. They're going to win this. I have a feeling they'll probably go and 2-0 in the season. The Washington football team surprised everyone. I called the upset last week against Philly. I really did. I said that Philly is a glass cannon. Look what happened. They went up 17-0 and just Washington football team came back with 24 points. So yes, they surprised people, but this Arizona team is good. So expect Arizona to win this, but I think this could be kind of a competition too. Next, this one's going to be a breeze. Just Kansas City is going to just destroy the Chargers. No faith in the Chargers. None at all. This is Kansas City game. They're going to go up 2-0. Next, Baltimore has the Houston. No faith in that Houston offense and defense. There's no number one set in stone. I guess you could technically say Will Fuller is number one, but I mean, without D-Hop, they're not going to be that good. This is Baltimore, who they basically have all their starters from last year, so this team is going to be good. They're going to go up. I have a feeling they're going to win this. They could probably win another 14 games again. They probably could. So we'll see what happens. But I have Baltimore here for now, going up 2-0. Next, New England heads to Seattle. This is Sunday night. This is going to be a pretty good game. This could have been my game of the week. Honestly, I didn't do it, but this could have been my game of the week. So just pretend it's green. But I do have Seattle over New England. Cam Newton had 2 rushing touchdowns. Russell Wilson had 4 TDs. And I mean, I think he won Player of the Week or something like that, Offensive Player of the Week or whatever. But I think this is going to be a really good matchup. So I can't wait for this. But I do have Seattle winning it. And then our final game here. Even without Michael Thomas, the Saints are going to win this. I don't trust the Raiders. I don't think the Raiders are as good as the Saints, even though Michael Thomas is going to be out for 4 weeks, I think they said. But I mean, you still basically have everything else in the offense. You still have pretty healthy defense too. So it's got to be the Saints over the Raiders. The only thing really else to say is that this is a home opener. I believe they're calling it the Death Star, I believe is what the stadium is called for the Raiders now. So that's kind of cool. I like their stadium look. I like the look of the stadium, and so we're going to see that for the first time this week. So I can't wait for that. But for now, those are my picks for this week. Again, there's a game tonight. I don't know if I'll watch it or not. We'll see what happens. But for now, like the video, share the video around. Don't forget to subscribe, and we are out of here. Peace.